Hey class, this is John Luscombe here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Macintoshes versus PCs, and why my personal preference between the two is going to have to lean on the PC side. Now, as technology is growing every day, we use it at work, we use it at home, we use it at school. Pretty much computers are in our daily lives and they're not going anywhere fast. So with that being that, you have to make a decision whether or not you want to go with the PC technology and the Windows OSs, or if you want to go with Macintosh and their OS X systems. So a lot of you guys have already made your decisions and you're either watching this from a PC or Mac right now. I'm going to go over a few things over Macintoshes and PCs first and explain to you why I view the PCs to simply be superior to the Macintoshes. So first off, you have the Macs. They're mainly targeted towards the younger generations, teenagers, Generation X, all that. It's more focused towards programmers, people who may be doing video editing, image software, graphical designs. They really kind of target that audience of people, which is great because the OS X is a fantastic piece of technology. It really is. It's useful, it's fun to play around with, it's safe, it's secure, it's easy to navigate, and honestly the OS X has very little flaws, except for the fact that it's relatively new to the industry. That's where PCs come in. PCs have been around for a long time, and studies show that about 90 to 91% of all computer users go with the PC. The reasoning for this is, although it's not quite as safe because it hasn't been around long enough for a bunch of people to develop viruses and hacks and whatnot for it, the interface is kind of clunky. Now they've been trying to work with that with the newer versions of Windows, but compared to OS X, it's still pretty clunky. But since it has been around so long, there is quite a bit of technology, mainly the Windows Office. Now, Microsoft Office, we kind of take advantage as college students. You know, we think, okay, yeah, word processing, I have to do report, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really special. You can do something pretty similar on the Macintosh. As a matter of fact, there is a program for Macintoshes very similar to Office, but it's lacking in a lot of things. Now, with the PCs, it's viewed more as professional. A lot of companies use them because the documentation for things like Microsoft Office with PowerPoint and everything like that is just so commonly used and accepted that if you were to submit kind of a different kind of brand, you know, like a Macintosh version of it, because they have versions of PowerPoint on Macintosh, your boss will probably be looking at you like, oh, what's this, what do I do with this? So, my viewpoint on the PCs is that they are significantly cheaper than the Macintoshes. Now you can get a Mac and a PC, same specs, and the PC is going to be significantly cheaper, running the same exact stats as the Macintosh. The reasoning for this is that Apple kind of upcharges for the design of their builds, and which looks pretty nice, and the OS, which is also very nice. Now, if you're a PC enthusiast, you pretty much know that you have significant advantages over the OS X. With a Macintosh, you can't really run Windows. You can do all the things that Macs can do, which Macs can do a lot, and they're really awesome pieces of technology. But with a PC that's cheaper than a Mac, you can do everything that a PC can do, all that professional programs, all that well-developed software, since PCs have been around for so long, but you can also emulate the Mac OS and do every single thing that you could do on a Macintosh computer on your PC for less money. It might not look as cool, you know, it might not have that really cool designer case, but you can just go on like Amazon, pick out a cool looking case, and bam, all of a sudden it looks just as great as a Mac. Now, Another advantage that I personally love about the PCs versus the Macintosh is that PCs are very modular. Where with a Mac, you can't really do much with it. You know, you buy the product, that's your product, and that's it until you want to buy a new one, which might be 5 years down the line. Now with a PC, you buy the product and then say, it's running a little bit slow. Well, open up the case, put some memory in it, bam, your PC's faster. Just like that. You can't do that with Mac, which is a very huge advantage to PCs in my opinion, and why I choose them, and why I think you should choose them, as a matter of fact. So it's cheaper, you can do everything that Mac can do, you can upgrade it, there's exclusivity to it, you know, there's programs that simply aren't around for the Mac that have been around for the PC for generations. And then you also have the benefit of the commonality. You know, when you have 90 to 91% of the world using a PC, well, you kind of have an advantage, especially in the business world, unless you're in some kind of like designer type market, which they do focus more on Macs. So, everything said and done, personally, PCs are significantly better. They're just so much more adaptable than a Macintosh will be for you. Not saying that Macintoshes are useless, and depending on what you're doing, a Macintosh may be better suited for you, but on average, for the general population, a PC is just going to be much more in touch with your needs than a Macintosh will be. And I hope that you're persuaded to change your mind, at least do a little bit of research. You know, if you're using a Macintosh right now, do a little bit of research. Go to websites such as Macworld. On there, you can see how you can basically take a PC and turn it into a Mac. It's some very good information, and I really hope this speech has been useful for you. Thank you.